Hi, this is Chris at The Wandering Bull. Today's video we're going to talk about the Ojibwa loom that we sell and its construction, how to put it together, how to lace it, but I have some examples that I'm just dying to show off of loom work before we get into the construction. This is bandolier bag, probably 1850s, 1860s, great early piece, and probably 150 beads across. Tiny beads, and that shoulder strap, just fabulous colors, fabulous beads, edge beaded. The drops at the bottom. This is a nice bag. So this wampum belt, done with the French glass wampum, done on a loom, and it was, the ties are brain tan leather that was used, strung on the loom, and then the beads were obviously in place. Nice belt. Another belt done with hemp cord, glass wampum beads, and probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, like 25 beads wide. A big project, lots of time, and obviously this belt was not done on this loom due to the width. Enough for the show and tell on the nice wampum pieces and that great bandolier bag. We sell a kit that comes with the book and these beads and the vials, needles, wax, thread, button and carpet thread, and one hank of white seed beads. We do the white and the large hank. Lots of times that white is the background color, and the other beads are just highlight to use in your pattern. So when you can buy the loom and the master, which would get all of these things here in front of me, or you can get the mighty mini loom, and same thing with all of these components. And the book has some patterns, designs. This is the Ojibwa loom that we sell. The dowels are 18 inches long. The blocks, I believe, are about 5 1/4 inches. So you'd be able to do a piece that's 5 1/4 inches wide. And with the screw eyes on the back, it's adjustable. You can slide this block back and forth. And so today I'm going to show you how to run the lace, run the warp thread on that. I'm using button and carpet thread that we sell. And you can use any button and carpet thread. You want something thick and durable. It's not going to stretch. So if you need a project longer than 18 inches, there's two ways to go about it. One is to buy longer dowels. These dowels are 48 inches long. And they're basically set up in the same fashion. So that's a pretty long piece of beadwork. And once again, you know, if you needed to do something longer than the 36, go to the local hardware store. They're 3/8 dowels, just a normal dowel, but 3/8 in diameter. And that will fit in the holes that we have. So you have the block and the holes. Basically, you're going to stick the dowels in the hole, tighten the screw eye, and that screw eye pinches into the dowel. I like to use the awl, give it a little spin, tighten them right in place. We're going to talk about the two different ways to string the loom today. And one would be to go all the way around, like this guy. So we're 18 inches, and another 18, you'd be 36 inches long. But if you didn't need the 36, you still wanted to work with the full length, I take the thread, tie a little loop in the end, like so. I'm gonna loop it over the screw eye. And come to the other side. Go down to the screw eye and back. Back to the screw eye on the bottom. I'm going to go around that screw eye. You want to keep a little bit of tension on it. And as you do the beadwork, the cotton thread will stretch a little bit, and you'll probably need to tighten it up a little bit. And I like to, when I'm doing a bead project, I want the bead project to be an odd number of beads. That way I'll have a center row. So without that center row, sometimes it's hard to get, it's symmetrical. It looks better with that odd number of beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 spaces and 7 threads. So I have an odd number of threads, but I want an odd number of beads. So I'm going to put one more down. Now I'm going to go back to that same eyelet, the screw eye. Just tie a common knot. This loom is designed to just bead on this side. It will not be adjustable. Where these will be adjustable, so I'll show you how to tie that on this same loom. We'll go back to our button and carpet thread. I'm going to tie a bigger loop on the end of that thread. So there I am. Kind of hold this in place in the back. I'm going to go all the way around. All right, so I've strung it all the way around, and now I'm back at my loop. I'm gonna cut this guy off. This is where I began. This is my end. I'm gonna put the end through that loop and tighten it. So on this technique, I'm not going to the screw eyes on the side. They're independent of the screw eyes. Put a little tension on that, tie a knot. Then I adjust my threads to be that proper spacing. So now I'll use this for an example. So I've done this beadwork and I want to slide the loom. So I could slide the beadwork around the end and continue beading this direction. Now I get to this point, and I'm gonna slide it some more. So you can make this 18-inch piece into a 36-inch long by sliding it around the loom. That way, if you didn't want to mess with the sliding and that technique and you wanted to go quick, just get longer dowels at the hardware store. The 3/8 diameter dowel will fit in the holes at the end of the block. And that's the two techniques with using the button and carpet thread to string the Ojibwa loom, and it would be the same technique with the Mighty Mini loom. So on the Mighty Mini loom, I'm gonna tie a loop on the end. I'm gonna go to the screw eye. And here where the dowel's short, I'm just gonna loop right around the dowel. And I'll go to that dowel. So to end this, I'm gonna cut my lace, cut my thread, and I'd go right back to the screw eye, go into the screw eye. One more knot. So that would work for a bracelet, would certainly fit around my wrist, but not adjustable. There's no threads on the back. This guy here, it has been strung. We use this piece of beadwork for display. So just like the larger loom, this beadwork will slide. So these dowels are 12 inches. You could make a piece roughly 24 inches by lacing it all the way around. And this technique, you could only do that 10 inches long. Lots of times, this is good for a beginner. Learn on something small, very few rows of beads. When you get into something elaborate, 24, 26, 27 rows of beads, it takes a lot of time. It's complicated. Start off small, simple. You'll have better results and you'll be happier. Then on your second or third piece, go into something wide. So wampum bracelet, done with the wampum beads that we sell. And the beads we use to cinch it tight. We're gonna use this loom to make this style of bracelet. We're gonna use the deerskin lace. It's about 1/8 of an inch to 3/8 thick. And I have 1, 2, 3 rows of beads, so it requires 4 deerskin laces. So on this guy, I'm gonna tie a loop. I'm gonna hold it in the back on my lace once, twice, 3 times, one more for 4. Gonna get to the back. I'm gonna cut that end, find my loop again. Sometimes it takes like 3 hands to do this, keep it all together. Pull it tight. Go on this side, straighten out my threads. So that's long enough to be the bracelet. Do my beadwork like so. And then when I'm all done, I take my scissors, cut it there, pull my beadwork off, slide the beads on for the cinch on the bracelet. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris. Check us out at thewandering bull.com for more videos.